Palau has been working with Ripple to develop a stablecoin to easily move payments across borders and internally within Palau, really promotes trade and promotes business.
The stablecoin in our context is essentially a digital representation of the dollar, which is the currency that we use here in Palau. Each digital coin that is minted by Palau into a stablecoin is going to be 100% backed by a dollar. So it's a one-to-one relationship. People interested in doing business in Palau. So we're very happy to receive US dollar, and we are taking our time to make sure we manage all the potential risks as best we can.
What's going up, bull runners? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, that was a great video. Another exciting piece of news for Ripple and, of course, potentially XRP. But you know what is not great news for Ripple and XRP? The potential of the victory being overturned. There's a lot of talk about the victory being overturned because we do see that the SEC has filed, obviously, an appeal. But a lot of people are missing the point here. We already knew that the SEC was going to file an appeal. In fact, if the SEC would have won, then Ripple would have filed an appeal. There was going to be an appeal battle going on, but Ripple's victory is not overturned here, ladies and gentlemen. There's a lot of people freaking out. Even the price of XRP has been taking a significant hit. We will be diving into the crypto charts here at the end of this video, taking a look at XRP as well. So stick with me till the end. But ladies and gentlemen, they have not lost the case. So XRP's victory overturned? No, that is not the case. There's a lot of whispers, Bitcoin maxis out there that are really trying to make this happen. And in today's video, we're going to dive in and take a deeper look. There's a lot of stuff. John Deaton has been on an absolute tear. So we're going to go over some really important stuff here from John Deaton. Breaking news, SEC signals it will appeal the Ripple case, just so you guys are aware. And then also, it was a big win for Ripple and a big win for crypto community, says Novogratz. After judge ruled XRP is not a security. Let's not Gary Gensler put lipstick on a pig. They lost and they know it. So we're going to watch this here. I want to just keep in mind, we did win. All right. We did win. It is actually a matter of law that XRP is not a security. So keep that in mind because there is bad news coming down the pike. And a lot of people have been jumping a lot of FUD negativity onto our big victory, but it is still a victory. Before we jump into that video, I also want to show you, this was a pretty interesting tweet here from Vincent Kennedy. If XRP takes over USDT Tether for the number 3 spot, the price will have to be about $1.60-ish. If XRP takes over Ethereum, and this is by coin market cap or by market cap, total market cap, if it takes over Ethereum at the number 2 spot, meaning that XRP's market cap would be larger than Ethereum, the price would have to make it to $4.80-ish. And if XRP takes over Bitcoin, the number 1 largest crypto in the world by market cap, and takes over the number 1 spot, if XRP were to do that, it only needs to be $9.60. Okay, so everyone's saying that XRP is going to be $10,000 a coin. Y'all need to calm the crap down because in reality, even if right now we overtook Bitcoin as the number 1 cryptocurrency by market cap period, we're only at $9.60. Not $9,000, not $960, but only $9.60. Now, multiples and multiples away from where we are in the charts right now in the very, very positive situation here, $9.60. I am not hating, but a lot of people are like, I don't like XRP unless it's $100. I don't like it unless it's $9,000. Like, come on, guys. I don't like it right now when we're crashing, and we're going to be covering that. It did actually break to the downside like we covered a couple of days ago. We'll recap that in the charts at the end. And also, I'm going to show you guys how to join the Bull Runners Club, by the way. You can join the Bull Runners Club, make money with us so you can just have a bunch of extra money that you can throw into your high-risk investments, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, or real estate, or whatever the case may be. We're going to show you how to make money with us here at the Bull Runners Club at the end. There's a link down in the description. Click that link. Get started now if you're in a hurry. All right, jumping back over here, it was a big, big win. Let's take a listen.
Ripple. Hey, Michael, I'm sure since so many folks in crypto land were following this decision related to Ripple, I wanted to get your thoughts and comments on it and whether you think it has any demonstrable impact in terms of how the SEC and how Congress and how others think about these things.
It has to force the Democrats, the White House, and Gensler to the table to start negotiating fair rules. Like it was just.
But was this a win? I mean, maybe we should explain for the audience, and maybe Michael, you could probably do a better job than I can, what the decision was, because some people looked at that decision as a win for Ripple, and others said actually maybe it wasn't.
No, it was a big, big win for Ripple, and it was a big, big win for the crypto community. Like, let's not let Gary Gensler put lipstick on a pig. They lost, and they know it. And at best, the judge said, okay, now you're going to, if the SEC wants to litigate, you're going to have to litigate every token separately and every use of that token separately. And so the current status quo isn't going to work for the SEC. Listen, they could appeal. Appeals take a long time. You know, we can stay in court for years. But I think the message that I want to give that is really clear was what Gary has been saying, that the rules are clear, just isn't true. It's not true at all. And that judge said that exactly, right? This is really complicated. We need regulation that makes things clear. And it's not that complicated.
So yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is beautiful. We are getting regulation to keep things clear. Also, breaking from Altcoin Daily, breaking SEC signals, it will appeal. And this is what has been going around. This is why I start off the video, ladies and gentlemen. In the beginning, Ripple XRP victory overturned, because that's what everyone is saying over here on Twitter, and it is not overturned. So SEC says XRP ruling was wrong, signals it'll appeal. That's totally fine, because wait till you hear what Brad Garlinghouse has to say, because I'll show you that here in a minute. The Securities and Exchange Commission said Friday that a federal judge erred when she ruled against the agency in a landmark crypto case last week and signaled that it will appeal the decision. U.S. District Judge Annalisa Torres cited with Ripple Labs that roughly half of its sales of cryptocurrency XRP didn't violate investor protection laws. Her decision gave hope to other defendants who are fighting the SEC over their sale of cryptocurrencies, which the SEC says are often illegally sold securities. All right, and then there was this one here by John Deaton. So right here it says, U.S. hints at appeal in Ripple lawsuit setback for XRP, question mark. Is the victory overturned, question mark? Well, John Deaton rips back into it. An appeal is not even close to a setback. First, it will be 2 years from now before decision is issued by the Second Circuit. If it's appealed, the Torres decision is the law until then, at least in the Second Circuit. Second, and even in the Second Circuit said Torres was wrong regarding her application of the third Howey factor, which I predict they won't. That doesn't mean that the SEC wins on programmatic sales on exchanges. All that happens is that Torres then applies the two other factors and could likely still rule the same exact way, concluding that the SEC didn't satisfy the common enterprise factor, which is more difficult factor to meet, in my opinion, than the third factor. Don't let anyone underestimate how significant this win is for XRP and XRP holders and Ripple. And he says here, let me be more precise. I'm not suggesting that Judge Torres' decision is binding within the SDNY. A fellow district judge could disagree with her, but I think the fellow judge in the Second Circuit is going to be hard-pressed to disagree with Judge Torres, especially considering she cited Judge Castile from Telegram. After the reading the Coinbase transcript, we can see it's already playing out that way. Now, we also have Mr. James Phelan. If you're not following him, you've got to be following him over here on Crypto Twitter. But he says, XRP community, XRP is the SEC versus Terraform Labs Do Kwon case. The SEC has filed a pleading discussing Judge Torres' decision in the SEC versus Ripple, in which it states that SEC staff is considering the various available avenues for further review and intends to recommend that the SEC seek such review, pleading below. SEC says XRP ruling was wrong, signals it would appeal. And this is what I'm talking about. This is really big. XRP lovers, Ripple case followers, giving us the right information here. John Deaton says here, I predicted long before the ruling, the Crypto Law US and on Fox Business, that the SEC would lose on secondary market sales on exchanges. And I also said Judge Torres would address the token itself, declaring it is not a security and it does not represent or embody a security. The same people who disagreed with me are now saying that Judge was wrong. It couldn't be that way. It couldn't be that they were wrong. Judge Torres did not weigh any factor other than applying the Howey test. Hard stop. If she said that she would have erred, the SEC will lose on appeal if they appeal it as well. So I'm just telling you guys to reassure you, cool your jets. The SEC appeal is not overturning the Ripple XRP victory. John Deaton then also tweeted out just the most recent one from him. The only thing more pathetic than Bitcoin Maxis guaranteeing XRP would be declared a security are those same Maxis now claiming that Judge Torres will be overturned. They have an open invitation to come on Crypto Law US TV and discuss the Torres decision and any potential appeal. Warning, I'm bringing 76 years of case law and facts on the debate. Woo! There you go, John Deaton. Bring the heat, buddy. And then saving this, before I jump over to the charts here, I wanted to save this for last. An important topic has come up about the protecting retail. The SEC created this mess and proclaiming it was the cop on the crypto beat when it had no legal jurisdiction. Where's that gotten us? Consumers left holding the bag in bankruptcy court while the SEC holds press conferences. It's absurd to blame a judge for faithfully applying the law. We all know legislation, not more regulation by enforcement, is the only way forward to provide clear rules and protect retail. Glad to see more members of Congress like Rep. Ritchie, Patrick McHenry champion this. All right, now jumping over to the charts here in just a minute. Let's see what's going on in the hashtag Ripple because it is trending right now.
When?
Ever.
You're talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this stuff about volatility.
What would you say to people out there with a little bit of money thinking about buying crypto?
You
think it's going to 1 million?
When?
Ever.
You're talking about Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And this stuff about volatility, Amazon lost 60% of its value over 8 times. Now, when was the right time to sell Amazon? I mean, monster washouts.
So the answer I would say is never.
Never is the right answer. But only 4 people didn't ever sell anything. And they're all named Bezos because they knew. Who got washed out? Margin call players like you and me, the banks. Hey, this is over. I'm getting out. If you think crypto is where Amazon was when he just opened up a bookstore, which I actually happen to believe is true, I would start what's called dollar cost averaging. It's a better risk-adjusted investment today than it was at $300 a Bitcoin.
All right, and in this video, by the way, not financial advice. None of the information we cover on this channel is ever financial advice. Do not buy or sell anything because we talk about it on this channel. But this person's typing in here also. Obviously, they're talking about Bitcoin here. All right, XRP Army. We have a different opinion, obviously, but they're talking about researching XRP, XLM, XDC, QNT, Algo, HBAR, Matic. All right, another tweet here, important one from Lord Vendetta. People who are negative and skeptical about the Ripple SEC legal case. Do you know who works for Ripple? I think you do, but you probably have a goldfish memory. So here's a reminder. David Schwartz. He developed encrypted cloud storage for the entire messaging system for organizations like CNN and the National Security Agency, NSA. Christina Campbell held several roles at Green Dot, a now $2.7 billion public fintech company, including general manager of GoBank, manager at management consulting firm Bain & Company, and an investment banker at Citigroup. Eric Van Miltenberg held a senior position with high-growth startups, a Fortune 500, including Adobe, Yahoo, Hayati, Red Swoosh, Work.com, and ExciteAtHome.com. Kirsten Hollers led award-winning media campaigns, events, and employees in crisis communications for Silicon Valley tech companies like Hightail, AOL, Yahoo, Oracle, and Salesforce. Craig Phillips, over 35 years of private and public sector leadership experience to Ripple, having held senior roles at BlackRock, Morgan Stanley, and Credit Suisse. Masashi Okuyama, an executive officer at SBI Holdings, and is the CEO of SBI Ripple Asia. He also serves as general counsel to other SBI Group companies. Rosie Rios, she served as the 43rd Treasurer of the United States and was the CEO of Bureau of Engraving and Printing and the U.S. Mint. She led efforts to place a female portrait on U.S. currency for the first time in over a century. Sandy O'Connor, she supported the integrity and efficiency of capital markets as chair of the Federal Reserve Board's Alternative Reference Rates Committee and as a former member of the Treasury Markets Practices Group sponsored by the Federal Reserve Bank of New York. She now serves as the Task Force on Financial Stability and on FDIC Systematic Resolution Advisory Committee. She's a director of Bank of New York Mellon Corporation and Terex Corporation. Warren Johnson, during his career, he served as CFO of Amazon, Delta Airlines, Electronic Arts, and NBC as the president of LiveRamp. In 2023, he became Nielsen's chief financial officer. You think all these people are in the wrong and that the people at Twitter who still work at McDonald's hold the truth? Okay. And remember, this was going back to the beginning. People who are negative and skeptical about the Ripple SEC legal case, do you know who works for Ripple? These people all work for Ripple. Tons and tons of experience here. All right, so now jumping over here to the charts. Now, there's a little bit of a concerning issue. If you guys remember a couple of days ago when we were on here, we talked about this orange line right here. So this orange line was where the 50 exponential moving average was. And at that time, because it had broken the 1 hour 50 exponential moving average, we lost that as a support. Then the next level would have been the 2 hour, but it was basically the same spot. So doing the actual charting and the research, we jumped to the 4 hour and we found that our 50 exponential moving average was here. If price gets below there, we really need to see in the next 24 hours a turn back around, a super turnaround to the upside, breaking back above this 50 exponential moving average and getting back up into this now resistance. Remember, I told everybody 85 cents was going to be resistance again because there was a supply and demand zone. Obviously, we had the super rocket moon shift that happened there. That was because all of the exchanges where everyone was buying a whole bunch of XRP right here, boom, 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 everyone wanted to buy it. And these exchanges didn't actually have enough on there, so they couldn't hold the price steady. So price rose up quick. It settled back. Now we're back at this level here. There's another supply and demand zone here on the 4 hours. So let's go ahead and mark this off with Heikenashi's. And let's see where this bottom line is. So right now, we square this up. This would be the last candle for the 4 hour charts before this nice little up move, because this came down, 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 down. And then before this up move started, this was the last one there. And we're in it right now. Now, the other scenario that I'm worried about is if we lose this area. This is where people should start buying again, hopefully. Okay, 72 cents. It's a supply and demand zone. Again, this is not financial advice. Do not buy, sell, or trade because we talk about it. We do have a 14 exponential moving average that could be running right up into there. If we lose that, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we could now then be headed back to the support level of the daily 50 exponential moving average, which is sad to say. It's at 57 cents now. Probably will be about 60 cents in the next day or two. That is not looking good, ladies and gentlemen. If price breaks and we start to lose that, then 60 cents is back in the cards again. Right now, we are at a decent level of supply, right? Or, yeah, supply. There's people that are wanting to buy. There's demand right here. But there's a lot of resistance. And that's what we talked about on that video the other day. When it got here, if it didn't break through, there was a lot of other overhead resistance on the way anyway. And when we go back to Japanese candlesticks, and when we go back to our fair value gap, there is still this nasty, ginormous fair value gap that even gets us all the way down here to the 47 cent levels again, which is like, it makes me want to puke thinking about it, right? Price getting back to those levels. Unfortunately, it is actually a potential. The reason being the fair value gap did not get filled before leaving. You can see here on this daily chart, it was green, 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 green. There were no stops. We've now turned red. Obviously, on our 4 hour charts, we got all this stops. But if we lose all this, so here's another last level of defense. Boom, right here, 66 cents, right? So if that loses that, then oh no. What does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean for sure, but what it could mean is getting back to the supply and demand zone, the last red candle before the green up move on the Heikenashi's, which is here, 47 cents again. 47 cents again. Now, personally, I was hoping to see a nice ride back up. Now let's see if we can hit that $1, right? We're looking for a $1, 1 cent XRP would be the best. Right now it has a slight pullback. I'm not liking this 4 hour scenario. We just officially got under the 50 exponential moving on the Japanese candlesticks. Now we need to see it surge back up. Typically 3-4 of these candles long. So 3 or 4 4-hour candles is 12 to 16 hours later, up to 24 hours. We need to see this thing making a rise back up. So when we check back in tomorrow, we'll be able to tell, did it happen or are we losing and we're continuing to drop to the bottom?